Alright, so this is one of our potato towers. We've tried doing these the last couple of years with limited success. Essentially, all it is a piece of fence wrapped in a circle, and it's filled with compost and straw with layers of potatoes. We have found that they dry out pretty quickly if you don't constantly keep them watered, so we're going to go ahead and take one apart now and see what's going on inside, and if it's something that we're going to keep going or if we're going to take them all down and plant something else here. So we'll be right back and I'll show you what we get out of it. Alright, so here we go. I've got it taken down. Last year we did more compost, less straw, and it got very real compacted with all the rain we had. So this year we did more straw, less compost, to see what would happen and if we would get anything more out of it. So we'll just start digging in here and see if we can find some potatoes. We're not there. Get under here. There's one. There's the. I think that was the original.
One.
One so far.
It's really dry.
Yeah. We weren't watering it consistently.
Oh, here's one. Oh, that's your pile.
We wanted to. Yeah, see the potatoes, the seed potatoes aren't even rotted down like you normally would get.
Oh, there's nothing on there.
No, here's little tiny ones that were grown, but I mean, maybe more time, but it would have needed a whole lot more water. But we'll figure. Yeah, we'll figure something out. What we're going to do with the rest of these. We may end up taking them down and planting something else in this area. Reusing all this straw and compost, just put it in the compost heap. But that's it so far with our potato tower test. I think that we need more. They just need watered more than what we were giving them. And you might have more success with them. But that's it. Later on, I'll do another garden update. We're going to be working all day. And I'll show you how things are coming along and any changes we've made so far. All right. All right, good evening. It's June 22nd, and this is our weekly update. If you notice right here in front of us, that's where the potato towers used to be. We did our little test this morning, and they weren't growing. We should have had at least new potatoes by now. So we just decided to take them all down and plant something else there. The towers seem to need a lot more water than I'm willing to give them right now. So we'll try something out again next year and see if there's something else. I think maybe just in our area, the tower doesn't really work. So, like I said, we'll try something else out. But at any rate, we got it all tore out, and we went ahead and put a slow bolt lettuce variety in the back here. So that should be coming up. I built a little trellis here for my squash plant, and that should grow up. Actually, it's a cucumber. That should grow up, fill that up, and it'll give a little bit of afternoon shade for the lettuce too. Up here in the front, underneath here, we put some more kale. It's a scarlet kale. It's a red-leafed kale. Perpetual spinach right there is doing great. The sorrel, again, it went to seed, which we always let it do because then it'll just reseed and grow back next year. It's still going strong. The beans, those are the black beans from that local farm that my son harvested. I've got a couple of teepees here growing with some pole beans on it. The tomatillos look great so far, and I put a few new ones in here, some new sprout seedlings, so we can maybe get a little bit double harvest there. The kale, of course, is doing great. We gave it a good weeding this afternoon. This fennel plant is just ridiculous. The tomatoes are doing great. They've all got flowers on them, and they're coming along great. They're just doing awesome. This is a little bit of lemongrass down here at the bottom, so it's doing really well. Over here, the ground cherries are coming along good. They're doing the best they've done for a while for us, and we started them inside this winter and transplanted out good plants. So they're going good. They've got a lot of good flowers on them. We'll start getting those here in a while. My Three Sisters experiment right here is coming along. I have squash, beans, and corn. And the corn grew probably an inch today. So we're excited about that. These here are 3 lemon peppers. Those are doing great. We'll zip out here to the front yard. And I'll show you the herb garden real quick. Everything out here is doing great. A lot of the stuff's going to flower, but with herbs, that's not a problem. You can just eat the flowers. Everything around here is doing awesome. Like I said, over here, we cut, if you can believe it, we cut all these chives down last Tuesday. So it's been less than a week, and they're growing back like crazy. A lot of these herbs got a good cutting. Just last Tuesday, my wife went and sold some produce out front of a local restaurant this week. There's all of our mint and lemon balm coming along great. All these right through here, these are all zinnias starting to come up. We decided to plant some flowers. When we do go to markets, my son likes to sell cut flowers. So those are his zinnias growing there. Here we have Malabar spinach. Charles seen up these little iron things. These are made by a local artist. Here are some more here. And everything over here is doing excellent. The Sweet Annie is just growing like crazy. And like I said, everything's just doing great. Some of the cilantro is starting to bolt. But right here, this is cilantro. We'll just let it go, and I'll harvest some of the seeds. I'll have my fresh coriander. Sorry about that. And of course, our sunflowers are growing really well. And all right, we'll come back here and check out the back, the rest of the garden over here. Let's see how to get in here. We took out, this is where our radish beans were, or sometimes they're called rat's tail radishes. We took all those out. We have them hanging up in the garage drying so we can save seed from that. These peppers here are doing really well now. They're bouncing back. Our slug problem has gone away with the drier and hotter weather, so everything's doing a lot better. These are golden beets. They're not doing that great. Turnips, they grew really well. We had some problems with root maggot though, getting into them. So we've been eating the greens, but we're probably going to let the turnips themselves go. The basil is growing very well back in the back, and we transplanted some more young plants here. Some more Genovese and some Thai basil all on the side here. And then all this trench, you can see here with the new water in it, that's some direct seed basil, so we can get a continuous crop throughout the summer. The okra's growing really well. The squash plants in the back and these cucumbers are doing awesome. The agretti is growing really well. Some of it's starting to go to seed, so it's going to be, our last couple harvests here pretty soon. We're going to have some with dinner tonight. This here is, I don't remember. We just planted it this afternoon. Kohlrabi. It's purple and green kohlrabi. So that's a good fall crop. So you plant it, early summer for a fall crop. This is strawberry spinach, which is kind of a cool plant. It's a really old variety. It'll reseed itself, and hopefully next year we'll get a bigger bush out of it. We had to replant all of our Mexican sour gherkins around this. Hopefully they'll come up. These 2 tomatoes are doing great. All of these peppers have bounced back awesome. We have Marconis and Padron planted over here. Come on over here. And the kale, of course, or not the kale, the Swiss chard is just going absolutely insane. We can't give it away fast enough. The borage, of course, is taken over. I'm going to make a nice big picture of a borage mint agua fresca tomorrow morning. It's just water, borage leaves, lime, and mint leaves. And then it just flavors the water because borage tastes like cucumbers. and it's nice and refreshing in the summer. The leeks are doing awesome. We hilled them up. We're going to have to do it again. Of course, the beans in the back are doing really well. Up here we've got kale, spigarello, and some collard greens. We uncovered these. We're going to let them go, see what happens. They were getting too tall for the covers we have. The dill, of course, if you can see it, is ridiculously tall. We're going to have that with dinner tonight. Also, we have a dilled potato salad we're going to have tonight. Cilantro, of course, here is going to seed too. These squash are doing awesome. The peppers back here are great. This big one here is Paseo Bajío. It's a mole pepper. So we're excited about that. It's the first year I've grown that, so I only have one, see how well it goes. And we'll go from there. I've got cucumbers there coming up good. Peas in the corner. And then just a mix of some other peppers. I don't quite remember what all we have planted back there. And that's wild fennel grown by the fence. And that is all the straw and compost that came out of the potato towers. But we'll just reuse it all, and it will feed the garden next year. Everything back here under the row covers is doing great. It all got weeded really well. And we're going to see if it all bounces back. It's all kale underneath of these. We have some fresh seedlings in there that are growing really well. Perpetual spinach in the back. I've got my smoker going this evening. We're smoking some salmon for dinner. So that is it for the update at the house. I'll do a video on the garden across the street. We weeded it really well and got a little bit more planted today over there for a late summer crop of some things. So hopefully next I'll be able to get you a video of that garden. And until next time.